Hello everyone. Today I am here with another IELTS lesson. In the previous videos, we have discussed a lot about the IELTS listening question type. The listening module is the most scoring module and the most easiest module of the IELTS. So pay attention to tackle all the questions in a beautiful way. I have shared a lot of tricks and tips regarding these question types, and you can find in these videos on my channel, and I will also provide a link at the top of the video as well as in the description box. Kindly like and subscribe the channel and let me know about the video in the comment section below. Let's start our topic today. So today I have compiled all the type of questions that are involved in IELTS listening in one video so that you will know about the different types of questions involved in IELTS listening, and I have shared the examples as well. So kindly listen the video very carefully. So first type is the MCQs type of question. It's a little bit difficult for many students, but I have shared a lot of tips and tricks to solve these questions in the previous video. So the MCQs type of questions may be of like you have to select only one option, or in some cases you have to select more than one option. So these type of questions may also appear. in your exam. So these are the MCQs type of question, but here you are going to select two letters. So when you're provided a certain time to read the question, so first read the instruction. So this is an instruction and you have to read it very carefully to choose two letters. So be careful with this instruction. Maybe you in the previous part, in the section B, or in second part of the listening exam, you have done an MCQs type of question, and there you were supposed to select only one question, one answer. So if you do not pay attention to the instruction here and you make a very silly mistake of choosing only one option, so you will get only half mark. So pay attention to it. After reading the instruction, move toward the question. So here, this is a question and you are going to mark the keywords over here. So according to manager is a keyword, okay, two things is a keyword, can make the job is a keyword, of a kitchen assistant is a keyword, stressful is a keyword. So the IELTS audio would trick you, would dodge you in different ways. Maybe there's a talk between a manager and an employee, and the manager first talk about the two things that can make the job of the kitchen assistant cheerful. So there may be something they will talk about the happiness of a kitchen assistant regarding the job. So do not mark only those options which you hear in the audio, like you have heard about very hot and you're going to, okay, and the kitchen gets very hot, okay, I'm going to mark this. No, you have to listen the question very carefully, and you have to listen the audio very carefully, and after listening the audio you have to select the options, because the speakers will talk about each and every option, but they will like talk about these options in a different sense. So in order to improve your MCQs type of question, you need to know that manager is talking about the job of a kitchen assistant, not about the job of any other person. And stressful, what makes stressful? Not joyful, not cheerful, stressful. So pay attention to these keywords, and when the manager is going to say that, yeah, the two things that can make the job of the kitchen assistant stressful, so they can also use the word hectic over here or any other synonym for stressful. So pay attention to the synonyms, and if you have time, so before the audio plays and you have some time and you have read all the questions, then move toward the option and like read the option and underline the keyword. They have to follow orders immediately. So follow order immediately. So this is a keyword. Then the kitchen gets very hot. So kitchen, very hot. They may not be able to take a break. May not be able to take a break. Maybe they talk about a break, they may be able to take break. So this note is very important. So pay attention to these keywords. And you can also mark the keyword in the same manner for the rest of them. So this is all about the MCQs type of question. Next, we will move towards labeling a diagram. So this is a diagram and you have to label it. Just read the instruction, label the diagram. Okay, so choose the three answers. Say, okay, you have to only choose three options from the box and write the correct answer A to E. A to E, you have to select only three options. So this is a water heater, and when you have some time to read the question and instruction, just note down, okay, three answers. Here are five. I have to select only three. Water heater, central heating radiators. Okay, that one is given. Okay, and where it is in the middle, it's a large button, and then on the right side it's a hot water, and I have to select the left one. Similarly, and below the central heating radiator there's also an option, I have to select it, and below the hot water there's also a label, I have to fill it, and I have to fill all of these blanks by using these words. So pay attention, and when the audio is played they will talk about this, this and this, they will follow this order, so be careful with this. The next one is the map, and you're provided with the map, and when you have some time to read the question, read the instructions. Write the correct letter A to E next to this. So you have to select A to E next to these 6 questions. So before the audio is played, you just have to mark certain points. Like, okay, so just imagine. In case of the diagrams, maps, and plans, you have to imagine something. So you have to imagine that there is some place like this, and I'm standing over here. On my left is a car park. Okay, there's a car park over here. I have to remember it. Then I'm standing on a road, and it's a main road, and it's a new barn, and I can move forward, and there's a pool and a fish, and here's some point. Maybe the speaker is going to talk about this, and main path and farmyard and footpath and road, and on the opposite side of the road there's a and then there's a side path. So I have to, like, before the audio is played, I have to remember as much as possible I can about this plan, about this diagram, about this map. So pay attention to it. And then if you have some time, so read it. Okay, this one, this one, this one, this one I have selected for that. So when the audio is played, pay attention. When the speaker is going to talk about these options, just select an option from this map. The next one is plan. So this is the plan below. So you have to label it. So this is the plan of a castle, and you have some time to read the instructions. So read the instructions and questions. Write the correct letter A to H next to the question 16 to 20. So you have to write letters only, A, B, C, D, E, F, etc., etc. So when you have some time, so just underline it. Okay, correct letter A to H. The next thing is starting point for walking the walls, bow and arrow display, hunting bird display, and traditional dancing. Don't worry if you don't remember this one, but you have to remember the plan of the castle as much as possible. Okay, so directions are given north, south, east, and west. Main entrance, okay, south gate, remember the south gate. Okay, here's a north gate, here's a tower, here's a walls, a great hall, and a river. So beside the north gate is a destination. It may be a bow and arrow, maybe it's nothing. So just remember these things as much as possible. The next type of question is classification. So this is the example of classification type of question. Here you are going to classify these questions into different categories A, B, and C. You have to categorize them. In these type of questions, you can select option A or B or C for more than once. You can use option B in 4 of these. You can use option C in one of these questions. So it depends on the audio. So before the audio is played and you have some time, so mark the keywords. What does the manager, okay, manager say about each of the following aspects of the company policies for the apprentices? So number A is this: it is encouraged. There are some restrictions. It against the rule. So you have to select these for these set of questions, and it's not necessary. The speaker is going to say, yeah, the use of internet is against the rule. No, they will use synonym for these things. Okay, I can say the word it is encouraged, that it's helpful to use internet during your work. So it is encouraged. So you can get an idea. I haven't used the word encouraged, but I get an idea that yeah, it's encouraged. The meaning is same. So they can paraphrase them. They can use synonyms for these options. So be careful. The next category is short answer questions. Here you are provided with instructions and questions, and you have to answer them. So read the instruction carefully, no more than 3 words. Okay, 3 words for the each answer, and you are not supposed to write any number for that. So before the audio is played, you have some time, so just mark the keyword. What is Jan's study strategy in lecture? So Jan's study strategy in lecture. So just underline it. Similarly, what's STEM study strategy for reading? So underline it, reading, STEM strategy. So you have to do the same for the rest of the question and be quick with this and just remember it. Okay, just remember that that the speaker is going to talk about the lectures and the John study strategies in lectures. So just pay attention to it. So in this way you can do this, and you have to select only 3 words, and if there is any letter regarding any number regarding this, so you have to omit it. You're not supposed to use any number. You have to select only 3 words, and it doesn't mean that you should answer each and every question with 3 words. You can use less than 3 words, but no more than. So there is a limit. So read the instruction very carefully. The next type is matching type of question. These are something matching the columns type of question. So you have these question and you have to match it. So here the question is, what did the finding of the previous research claim about the personality trait a child is likely to have because of their position in the family? So choose the 6 answers from the box and write the correct letter A to H. So you have to write the letters over here. So outgoing, selfish, independent, attention-seeking, introvert, okay, cooperative, caring, competitive. You read about the personality traits. Just remember, the speaker is not going to use the word outgoing or selfish or independent. The words will be different for these. They will use synonyms for them. So you should know that if the person is going to say that it's not dependent and not dependent on anyone, so it means independent. So pay attention to these words. So just read this one and think about the synonyms for these words, and you have to answer the questions for these answers or questions, sorry. So this is all about this. You can find more tricks and tips in my previous videos. I've shared a link about that, and you can find it in the end of the video as well as in the description box. The next one is table. So this is a question related to table that might appear in your exam. So you have to complete a table and no more than 2 words and on a number. So here are the 2 words. You can use one word and you can use 2 words, but not more than 2 words. And or a number. And or a number mean you can use 2 words and 1 number. You can use 1 word and 1 number, but not more than 1 number. So be careful with these instructions. When you have some time to read the question, just read it. Okay, play this one. Date 13 October to what? Okay, make a guess. It may be 23 October, it may be 27 October, whatever. Starting time dash PM. Okay, dash PM. Okay, just remember. Ticket available for dash and dash. 2 categories, dash and dash. And price is dash. They will talk about the price, and they can also say that, okay, this is $20. Oh no, it has been changed. Now it's $21. So pay attention to these tricks. The next one is the flowchart. So this is an example of flowchart. Here you are given an example, and when you have some time to read the instruction and question, just read the instruction first, and here you are given the choose the 5 answers from the box and write the correct letters. So here is the box: container, height, soil, color, weight, types, condition, and depth. The stages in the experiment. So you have some time to read the questions. Just read them, underline the keywords, and then you can predict. Like here, I can fill the blank with the weight, with the types, or with the height. But it's just my prediction. It cannot be condition or soil. so I cannot use these words over here. And remember, when the audio is played, you will not hear these words. We will hear synonyms of these words. So look for the synonyms. Think about the synonyms, and it will be an easier task for you to do these type of questions as compared to MCQs type of question. So it's not a tricky one. You just have to have a command on synonyms, and you should underline the keywords and predict a little bit before the audio is played. It would really help you out. The next one is the sentence completion type. So this is an example of sentence completion type of questions. The same is the rule. Read the instructions, underline them, not more than 3 words. So underline these instructions and or a number. So the answer may be 1 word, 1 number, 2 words, 1 number, 3 words, 1 number. Or it may be 2 words only, 1 word only, or 3 words only. So this is an example. When you have some time to read the questions, just underline the keywords, make some predictions, think for the synonyms. So study dash, study what? Just predict it. Maybe your prediction is wrong, but it will really help you out. And then read all of these sentences and predict it, like underline the keywords and think for the synonyms for different words. So these are the tricks, and I have shared a lot in my another video. You can find it in my channel, and you can also find the link in the description box.